We are taking a look at the full kits for Psylocke,
Jella boom,
Colossus,
bada boom,
Phoenix,
bada big boom,
and America Chavez.
bada boom.
Oh yeah, guys, a lot of big booms, and we have gameplay footage and the unlocked characters for the legendary Phoenix. So get out your multi-passes, guys, and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. Yes, I am hyped. I'm so happy. I'm looking at these kits for the 3 new X-Men characters and America Chavez, and I am hyped. And we got some gameplay footage running in the background as well, so you can check out some of the animations for these new characters. Looks good, guys. Now, before we get into this video, I need to do a disclaimer because this information, these kits, this video was provided by Fox Next as part of the Fox Next Envoy program, which means that they're providing some information that I can make videos on, and I need to give an honest review. Not being compensated by Fox Next, and I'm not an employee of Fox Next, so these opinions are my own. Alright, before we get into the main part of this video, I do want to remind you guys to check out the links for Patreon, BlueStacks, and there's also ValleyFlyin merch in the description. So check those links out, guys. Supports the channel. So we were provided with these kits and this gameplay footage, but no info on the cooldowns and no info on the exact stats. So my opinion of these skills are based on that alone, and it could change severely based on the stats or the cooldown, kind of like Rescue did. Alright, so Psylocke is the first one we're going to talk about. She is a brawler, and she can remove status effects. She has a lot of damage as well, and she could place these negative effects on the enemies. So it looks like a counter to the Brotherhood or Spider-Verse, but definitely a good counter to the Brotherhood if you're facing them on defense. Not sure how well this X-Men team is going to hold up when you're using them on defense and how they're going to stack up to some of these offensive arena teams, but looking forward to these guys. I'm happy with these skills. Let's take a look at Psylocke's basics. Psy Knife. Attack primary target for 200% pierce, 270% piercing damage. Looks like a good basic attack. Nothing too special, just some straight up damage. So if I were to rate this, I would give this 2 bada booms. Let's move on to her special telekinetic armament. Attack primary target for 270% piercing damage. Then you're going to chain to 3 adjacent targets for 200% piercing damage. So this is a nice chain attack. You're also clearing 2 positive effects from each target. So you got to dispel there. Counter attack breaks this chain like most adjacent target attacks. So good skill. Nothing too crazy. I really like this removing the positive effects. Not sure what the cooldown is. That will severely affect my opinion of this skill. But as of now, I will give this 3 bada booms. Alright, and then we got her ultimate. Astral Butterflies. Transfer 2 negative effects from each ally to primary target. And if you're using her in a full X-Men team, it's going to be all the negative effects from the whole team to the primary target. And then you're going to attack the target. Now, I'm assuming that you're going to get all these negative effects first and then do the attack, although this could severely affect my rating of this skill if you're doing the attack first and then doing the transfer of all the negative effects. But this attack cannot miss, and if I were to give this a rating without all the information on this skill, I gotta give this 4 bada booms. I think this is a very good skill, but not the best 5 out of 5 skill. Alright, and then we got her passive Reinvigorate. On spawn, gain evade and counter, and when an X-Men ally drops to below 50% of their max health, giving evade and counter to that ally. So evade, you're gonna dodge the next attack, so you're getting a little bit of survivability there. You're getting a counter, so you're getting some a little bit of extra attack there, so good stuff. Also gaining 1000% resisted to disrupted. So again, I think a Brotherhood counter when I think of this, because those Brotherhoods, they like to put on those disrupted to their enemies, so it's going to be very hard to do it on Psylocke. I would give it 3 bada booms. It's a good passive, but it is not super OP, but very, very necessary, especially against the Brotherhood. And to unlock Psylocke, you're going to want to bring 5 martial artists. Who should you bring? As with most of these events, I would recommend just using your top 5, seeing what they could do, not using any resources unless you have to. Who am I going to bring? Well, my top 5 are Daredevil and Iron Fist because I built them up for my Defenders teams. Mordo is also pretty easy unlock, so I have him built up pretty well. And then Hand Sentry and Elektra, don't have them built up too much, but they're going to round out my top 5. Alright, and next is the big guy that's going to keep your X-Men alive. Yes, the tank. Colossus. Yes, he's got a lot of things that he does to help keep these X-Men alive. Deflects. He's got a bunch of taunts that he could potentially do in a single battle, and he's got some offense down that he can apply to the enemy. Let's go take a look at his kit. All right, so let's talk about Colossus's basic Ring Digger. Now, this is his only attack where you could control who he is attacking. He does have some counters with the rest of his kit, but this is his only attack in his all his abilities. So it has some good damage, attacking the primary target for 340% damage. So I would expect nothing less since this is his only attack, but you're also applying offense down for 2 turns, which is important because when you attack their big damage dealer, you're mitigating some of the damage that they can do to the rest of the X-Men for those 2 turns. So very, very good skill here. I would give it a 3 bada booms. All right, now let's talk about his special. This is where he gets his taunt, so you probably want to open with this move, gaining taunt, gaining 2 counters, and applying deflect to all your allies. If it's X-Men though, you're getting it for 2 deflects. And if you have Phoenix as an ally, you're getting taunt for 2 turns. So very, very good skill, very necessary because this is what is going to help to keep some of the damage off the rest of your teammates. Very good skill. I would definitely give it a 3 bada boom. All right, now let's talk about his ultimate enduring protection because this is where his kit can get very, very crazy. It reads, increases duration of positive effects on self by +3 up to a maximum of 5. I'm not sure if this applies to taunt because of the way his passive reads, but if this does apply to taunt, this could be very, very crazy and severely affects my rating of this skill. He's also getting death proof, and he's also getting charged up to a maximum of 5, and that helps with his counterattacks. So this rating will be based on assuming that this will increase the taunts, because if he just has these bunch of taunts, plus all that resistance that he's getting from his passive, this could be a crazy skill. You're not getting around the taunt. You have to go through Colossus if that is the case. And if that is the case, I'm going to give this 4 bada booms. This could be very, very crazy and could really, really protect the rest of your X-Men. All right, so let's take a look at his passive, and it is a wall of text. On spawn, if charged, generate 1 ability energy for self, then clear charge. I think this is more if you're doing something in the raids with the X-Men team, but they were built as the ultimate arena team, so not sure how big of an impact this is going to make. This is where it gets big. On spawn, if Phoenix is an ally, gain defense up for 2 turns. Apply defense up to all X-Men allies. And that is big. You're mitigating damage in another way with Colossus. So really, really good stuff. And this is where his charge mechanic comes into play. When a negative effect is applied to an X-Men ally, gain +1 charge up to a maximum of 5. And while he is charged, when attacked, attack that enemy, so countering that enemy for 100% damage plus 10% damage per charge, so a maximum of 150% damage. Not a huge amount of damage, but you're gonna be attacking Colossus a lot because of his taunts. And let's talk about his taunts. When an X-Men ally drops below 50% max health, gain +1 taunt up to a maximum of 2. So I'm not sure if that is how much he could gain from this passive, or if that is how much he could gain total. That will affect his ultimate if it is total. So while in defense up, gaining 1000% resistance. So this is big. He's gonna start with that. So you're not gonna be able to get around him for at least a little bit. Also gaining 15% max health, and X-Men allies are also gaining extra health as well. So yes, makes them very, very beefy, makes them very survivable. I like how this looks. There's a lot to it, but does a lot of different things and seems very situational. I would have to give this 3 bada booms. And the unlock method for Colossus, which was revealed earlier this week in a Marvel.com blog, is Blitz. So yeah, if you like Blitz, go for a high score. If you don't like Blitz, you might want to push a little, or maybe buy the packs, because I think Colossus will be very, very vital to this X-Men team. All right, and it's now time for the crown jewel of this update. Yes, the new legendary character, Phoenix. So she has 2 distinct personalities, the good guy Phoenix and then the bad guy Dark Phoenix, and I think the slight variations on her kit reflect that. Some of the skills are just slight variations and some are total different skills. But it's basically like you're getting 2 characters for 1, right? All right, so let's take a look at her basic Psychic Blast. Attack primary target for 250% damage, plus clear 2 positive effects. It's nice when you could remove those positive effects on a basic. You don't have to spend any ability energy for that. Nothing too crazy here. I give this 2 bada booms. Nice basic here. Bestow Light is her special in that Phoenix form. You're going to apply stealth to all allies for 2 turns, so it's going to be hard to attack them. Apply defense up to all allies, so helping them survive. You're redistributing 25% of her max health from self to allies, so the more gold stars you have on her, the more red stars you have on her will affect this skill because it's based on her max health. All allies receive an additional 10,000 health. This bypasses heal block, transfer all negative effects from allies to self. So kind of taking all of the damage or all of the negativity from the rest of the team. So very altruistic skill here. If there are no allies, attack self for 5,000% self-piercing damage. So probably killing herself with this skill. And if Phoenix dies, her passive ability is triggered. Let me give this a rating before I skip ahead to the passive. I would give this a 4 bada boom. I think this is a very strong skill, and it helps to get her into that Dark Phoenix mode a little quicker. Alright, ultimate, Phoenix Force. Very similar to her ultimate in Dark Phoenix form, but you're attacking the primary target for 400% damage, clearing all positive effects, huge, gaining 50,000 extra focus for this attack. Oh my goodness. I gotta give this 5 bada booms. You're clearing all positive effects from the enemies. You're doing some crazy damage to single target, and you're getting focus, so you are more likely to clear the rest of the positive effects. This is huge, although I don't know if you're going to use it in her Phoenix form. You might just be using this in her Dark Phoenix form. All right, now let's take a look at her passive. This is a big one here, guys. Phoenix Rising. On death, you're summoning Dark Phoenix, so the alter, more destructive version of herself. You're also gaining a taunt whenever an ally taunts. So Colossus, I'm looking at you. You're also getting some damage and health for her and her X-Men allies. Now, a couple things that I asked for clarification on that I will leave in the comment section is if this is dependent on the taunt. I don't think it is because of the period that's listed right here. And I'm also not sure if this still applies to the rest of the team after she dies, because it looks like her kit makes her want to die very soon. So if this does apply to the rest of the team for the whole battle, same thing with the health, I gotta give it 4 bada booms, because this extra damage, this extra health does some good things, plus you're summoning the Dark Phoenix, the alter version of herself. And speaking of Dark Phoenix, let's take a look at her kit. Attack primary target and all adjacent targets for 250% damage. So pretty much just like the basic of Phoenix, except you're going adjacent targets as well, and you're also clearing 2 positive effects on each target. So good skill here, nothing too crazy. I think I would go with 3 bada booms, because you're also clearing that positive effects and attacking adjacent targets as well. So a little bit of an upgrade from just the normal Phoenix version. So let's take a look at her special Vitality Drain, stealing 20% health from all enemies and redistributing to health. So just stealing a bunch of health. So the dark version of her altruistic Phoenix self. You're also applying regeneration to all allies and additional regeneration to X-Men allies. So giving some healing, some survivability to that X-Men squad and herself, so she's not going to die as quickly. I would give this skill 2 bada booms. Good skill, nothing too crazy though. Alright, so Phoenix Unleashed. This is a big skill, guys. Attacking all enemies, not just one target, all enemies for 400% damage. You're also still clearing all the positive effects off of each target, and you're gaining 50,000 extra focus, so big move. Plus this attack is unavoidable. Yeah, making this attack go from a single target to an AoE attack, guys, this is crazy. You're removing all the positive effects. This gotta be a 5 bada boom. This is a big attack, and this is a big skill. All right, and her passive, From the Ashes. On spawn, attack all enemies for 250% damage. So starting off, as soon as the normal Phoenix dies with a big attack, you're also applying defense down for 2 turns. So good passive, starting off with attack, but you're only doing this once. So that drops my rating down a little bit, but I still like it. I gotta give it 2 bada booms. Alright, and the big news here, guys. Unlock method for Phoenix is Villain, Mystic, Controller. So there's only 5 characters that fit this description. Hand Assassin, Loki, Mordo, Nobu, and Ronan the Accuser. There's a little bit of an overlap from the Psylocke event with Mordo and Nobu, and I guess Hand Assassin as well, although I don't think a lot of people have her built. But I think this Hand Assassin is gonna be the character that most people are gonna be sleeping on. I don't know if everybody has this character at 5 stars, but if you don't, farm her right now because I think Mordo, Nobu, Loki, Ronan, the rest of these characters, you probably have them built up to at least 5 stars if you've been playing for a while. Hand Assassin though, that is the one you're going to want to need. Start building these guys. Not sure how hard this event is going to be. Definitely get their stars up to that 5-star level at the minimum so you could unlock Phoenix right away. And then maybe save your resources and build these guys up last minute dependent on how hard this legendary event is going to be. And last but not least is the new hero brawler, America Chavez. I'm very happy with the way this character is looking. Now, I don't think this is going to be a meta character, but I think she will fit very, very nicely in this hero brawler team, especially with Miss Marvel and probably Captain Marvel in that team as well. So let's see how she fits into this team. Let's take a look at her basic Starstruck. Attacking primary target for 290% damage, plus applying defense down. Very good for a basic. That defense down is everything that we wanted from Okoye's original basic, but it got taken out before she became a playable character. America Chavez has it, so we are in luck. One thing I'm not clear of is with her free attacks and potentially her counters. If her counter will apply defense down, because there's not really a lot of consistency with what the basic actually does and what the counter or assist does. So we'll have to see if the counter actually will apply defense down as well. If it does, this is going to be a very strong seal, and I would have to give it 3 bada booms. If not, I would have to bring it down to 2 bada booms. All right, and her special. This could be very, very huge, guys. Not sure what the cooldown on this is or her stats, but this looks to be a very big move. Attacking primary target for 300% damage, plus 75% for each hero brawler ally, and if you're running her in a hero brawler team, that's an additional 300% damage, so 600% damage to a primary target. That's big. That is most likely an instant kill, especially if you're getting an assist from Miss Marvel. I'm gonna give this 4 bada booms. All right, and her ultimate, Starling Highway, clearing 3 positive effects, attacking primary target for 430% damage. So this is really a good move for the hero brawler team. They don't really have a lot of dispels on their team, so giving her this dispel is huge. I'm not sure what the cooldown is. I hope this has a low cooldown that you could run this a lot. This does have a lot of damage, so good move. I would have to give this 3 bada booms. And her passive, America's Starling, gain 20% max health. Hero brawler allies gain plus 20% max health, so just more survivability to go along with that Miss Marvel taunt that helps that hero brawler team out. Nothing too big. Very simple kit. If I had to rate this passive, I would give it a 3 bada boom as well. That extra health is nice, especially when you don't have a real healer for that hero brawler team. So good stuff there. Simple kit, but what it does very well. Overall, very happy with this character. No unlock method specified in these notes though. So what do you think will be the unlock method for America Chavez? Another blitz? Maybe something else? We'll have to see. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and share this with all your friends. It really helps out the channel. Smash on that like button. Join the notification squad. Make sure you check out some of the links in the description. I will see you next time. Hulk Fist Bump, ValleyFlyin out!